What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today is the return of Suikoden. This is 1 and 2, and this is in celebration of the newly remastered Suikoden 1 and 2. And yeah, so I asked around, and these are the songs that were given to me. We have Eternal Flow from the channel Hawk's Nest Gaming, and then Her Sigh from Suikoden 2. From the channel The Sound, requested by Croypots. Thank you very much. Well, I'm gonna get right into it, but I did just listen to Suikoden not too long ago with Gothic Necklord. That was super dope. But I don't remember as of right now the last time I heard Suikoden 1. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up. So I think it's been a while, maybe even a couple years. Yeah. Okay, this is Eternal Flow from Suikoden. I don't know why, but the very beginning reminded me of like something aquatic. And I think the title had to do with that. It sounds like a dojo. Like a dojo with like a little creek going through it or something. It's like very specific in my head. Actually, you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Wutai. You know, just like those little red bridges and or the little hump bridges, whatever they're called, and just like a little creek going through it. That's what went through my head. And then, yeah, the dojos, yeah. I'm basically thinking of Wutai. But it definitely sounds indoors to me, whereas Wutai is mostly outdoors. What was it doing? Oh, searching how many Suikoden I've done. I forgot my name on YouTube. What's my name on YouTube again? Wait, is this my debut of Suikoden? I might have to open the YouTube studio for this one. Let's see. This is sick. It definitely is giving me like field theme or town theme. Dude, the music in these games are really cool. Suikoden. This is the debut of Suikoden, dude. Really? I'm actually amazed by that. Alright, well, welcome to the debut of Suikoden. Which I still actually don't know what it means. I'm sure I've asked before in the past, but what does this name translate to? Oh, it has a proper ending. Eternal Flow. You know, it's funny that this reminds me of FF7 in two different ways, because it reminds me of Wutai, right? Like Yuffie's hometown, and then also Eternal Flow, I think of like the live stream, which like when I hear the word Eternal Flow in my head, I think obviously like a current, but I think life and kind of like a recycle of life kind of thing. I'm actually more surprised that this is the debut of Suikoden. I can't believe that. So I looked at my YouTube studio, and I've only done 3 videos for this game, and that's I started with Suikoden 2 3 years ago. Later that year, in 2022, I did Suikoden 4 with Lemur. I remember that. I remember that video. And then recently, in October of last year, was Suikoden 2 with Gothic Necklord. So apparently there has to be a 3 if there's a 4. I haven't done 3 and I've never done 1. Wow. That's actually really surprising to me. I'm at the stage of my YouTube life where I think I just assume I've done every game ever made, you know, which is actually a very stupid statement because no, there's thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of video games out there that who knows how long I'll even be doing. Maybe I'm doing this forever. I don't know. Maybe you guys will see me develop gray hairs as the series goes on, which I still don't have, by the way. So yeah, it's interesting seeing this YouTube channel went from like, well, it is what it is at the beginning, which is just reacting to video game music, but it's like you're seeing me age, you're seeing my like weight fluctuate, you're seeing my beard get longer, my hair get longer, my hair turn different colors. It's pretty interesting to see, and it's kind of weird. It's like a human experiment. Anywho, yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I was not giving any context, and considering who requested this, they know better than to give me context. But I'm sure they will give me all the context in a comment later, which is fine. But yeah, this just gave me this really just feeling of kind of this calm. Like when I think this music, I think very zen, very like just like kind of like a meditative state before something big, though. Not just for like healing purposes. I think of somewhere you go to kind of prep for something like an internal battle or a real actual battle. And that's what I think of like dojos and stuff like that. So yeah, it just reminded me of like kind of martial arts movies and all that jazz. And that's pretty much it. I like the instrumentation. I wish I knew. One day, I promise one day I'm going to like look up all these instruments because there's so many. Like a lot of Chinese and Japanese instruments share a lot of the same family of plucked instruments. Some use the same style of plectrum. There's just like so many variations of just like little, kind of like the same thing here in the West, right? There's like acoustic guitar, nylon guitar, electric guitar, banjos, stuff like that. Like that's what I mean. Like there's a lot of just slight variances, even though they're all completely different, tuned differently, whatever. But I'm at the I've never been able to kind of like hone down. Like here, I can tell the difference between like a ukulele and a banjo and stuff like that. Like, or even the harder stuff like a nylon and an acoustic. But when it comes to instruments from the East, it's a little harder for me to distinguish them. And I would like to be able to study that one day. One day. But until then, oh yeah, and also, I was gonna say, just randomly, the way I've even heard of Suikoden for the first time ever was before this channel. I talked about this in my Spooky Vibes episode when I talked about Metal Gear Solid. If you guys have ever played Metal Gear Solid, when you fight Psycho Mantis and he reads your memory card and he tells you all the Konami games you might have on your memory card, that was the first time I even heard about like, oh, so you play Suikoden. So yeah. Never seen this game though. Like I never seen it move or anything. This is the second one. This is the one I am now more familiar with. Oh, you know what? Is there information on this? Ooh. Nope, there isn't. This one says Genso Suikoden. What about this one? Oh, we've got a lot of information. Oh, we'll read that after. This is Suikoden II, her Sigh. Interesting. Dialogue music? I can't imagine anything but dialogue music here. Just seeing the text on the screen and then pressing X to advance. Kind of sounds like a harp. Nice way to end the melody. is that weapon the main character has? It looks like a long pike. He's holding it by like the underside. Is that it? Oh no. There's a lot of characters on screen. Nice, a little solo. Isolated completely by itself. An actual solo. If I had to take a guess, shot in the dark, this song is relating to the little girl. Let me know. That's my guess. This character looks interesting right here. Looks devious. Yeah, it definitely sounds very... Sounds very story-driven of a song. Dude. Considering the last time I heard this a couple months ago and it was like a really intense boss theme, like sounded like a kind of a metal song, it's nice to know that Suikoden has this... Oh wait, no, I lied. I have seen it move. Earlier I said I haven't seen it move. I did when I saw the Gothic Necklord fight. That's right. Okay. So when I checked out the Gothic Necklord fight, I saw what it looked like. And it reminded me of a recent inspiration of a game I'm playing called Octopath Traveler. I'm like, and I think I said somewhere, I don't remember where, but I feel like the way Suikoden looked, it looked kind of ahead of its time. And maybe inspired stuff like Octopath Traveler. Like it looked like it would translate very well to that style that Octopath made, the HD 2D thing. It looked really, really nice. But I only saw the fight though. I haven't seen like the rest of the game. I still imagine it looks good though. But what I was getting at is like, I'm a huge fan of variety and different moods and like, because when it comes to these style of games, which I must remind people that I didn't care about RPGs ever, really, my entire life. I skipped them. I always knew they existed. I always heard of Final Fantasy. I always, whatever, you know. I just didn't care. I just played other styles of games. And the only like story-ish heavy game that I played for the longest time was just Metal Gear Solid. And, you know, that was cool because it was like action and stealth and whatever. But it wasn't until like my adulthood and like recent years that I started to dive into JRPGs, and starting with FF7 Remake and just kind of went from there. Chrono Trigger, Legend of Dragoon, Wild Arms, Octopath right now. What am I forgetting? Just other stuff too. Shin Megami Tensei. A lot of it has Xenoblade. A lot has been, you know, and I've noticed that basically I've been missing out my whole life, and I actually really do enjoy stories more so than the previous games I played prior, you know. So that's interesting, right? You know, I wonder, but I don't know. I'm not gonna like live in regret about it. It's just like a natural progression to me. Maybe I just wouldn't have clicked with it the same because it kind of goes the same for me with movies nowadays. Now, when I watch movies, I'm like, I know it sounds weird, but I'm like really paying attention to it now, and I really try to relate it to like current life events and jokes I didn't understand as a kid. Like, oh, there's an innuendo right there, or you know, stuff like that. I watch movies now with closed captions just so I can hear everything they're saying or read everything they're saying. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that kind of stuff, but as a kid, I just didn't really grasp onto many things, really, if I'm going to be honest. I'm a late bloomer when it comes to learning, you know, even guitar. You know, I'm still like taking lessons now instead of when I was 14, 15. I don't know. I guess just my teenage years, all I cared about was just experiencing without like soaking it in, if that makes any sense. Anyways, what I'm getting at is these games, these kind of JRPGs and these soundtracks are really special, and the reason I play these games is because of these pictures they paint. I hear these and I envision like a story, a book, and the way it pops out. Every different page sounds like a different chapter. You know, this sounds like it sounds like dialogue. The first one sounded kind of like more of a cutscene type of thing, and then I've heard how extreme it can go with Gothic Necklord. So like I like the vast array it brings, and yeah, I don't know, just JRPGs in general just have like a really soft spot for me now, which is very interesting in my 30s as opposed to, I don't know. It's weird. Everyone has different experiences, but a lot of you guys have been playing these games since you were young and are still playing them. And I think it's really cool. Actually, I promise I wasn't even trying to bring this up, but I just remembered right now that these got remastered, and that's the reason I'm doing this video. So it's kind of like a natural cool segue. That's really cool that games are still being like remastered and stuff. So I can't even imagine the hype and the excitement that people that grew up with these games are getting to play them again, newer and fresher, and not only that, a new audience. A new generation of kids, adults, whatever, are going to play these and might watch this video 30 years from now if YouTube is around. You know what I mean? It's also a lot deeper than you think. And that's why I treat every reaction different. Is because it's not just about like, whoa, that's such a cool riff. I never cared about any of that. I just think of the kind of long-term effects and what it means to a lot of people, that these songs are attached to memories, a perhaps better time in life, or just a time in life, and that you might have even overcome. And I don't know, there's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. But anyways, let me know more about the composers of Suikoden, if it's been the same since. I don't know. I kind of want to read this, but there's a lot of stuff here. No, I'm going to let you guys explain Suikoden since it's the remaster. So I'm going to skip out on that. I don't know anything about these games except for what Gothic Necklord looks like. But that is Suikoden 1 and 2. Congrats on the remasters. And let me know how they are. Thank you to the requesters. Thank you to the Platinum members. And thank you to all the Patreon supporters you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.